I think I took a shit in my neighbor's lawn.
Yeah. Well, I love you madly, dear, and I need you badly, dear. Why did you leave me here without your love?
Oh, bro, I'm hurting.
Well, in bed each night I lie, and I think of you and cry, and I tell you one of love, bring back my love.
They're my levels.
Let's get into it, man. Let's get positive.
All right.
Let's get after it.
Let's try to get positive.
Yeah, man. I've just been, I feel like I kind of lost myself a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to find myself, you know? Mm-hmm. You ever feel that way?
Often, honestly. Often.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
What do you do to get back into it? Just fucking jerk off and shit?
Yeah, I was going to say, you have to, but you can't fall too deep in that hole. Because then you find yourself in a JO hole. And that can sink you even deeper.
Yeah.
But that will help. It will get a dopamine rush.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good first step. And then, you know, folding some laundry kind of helps, you know?
Yeah, just because you're moving.
You gotta, I've always thought like motion creates emotion. You know, you can't sit and like be happy. You gotta like go do shit.
Got to get out there, man.
Mm-hmm. Go
That's
to
what I'm saying.
Chipotle, get into a fight.
Yeah.
Like not a physical one, but like an argument with a stranger.
Yeah.
That's a good way. I've yelled at many people in public. Do you ever do that?
I've been in like a few confrontations recently where someone's like, you can't park there, and I'll just fucking make a sound. And they're like, all right.
That's it?
Yeah.
What's the sound that you make?
Just like retard sounds.
You go, ah, like that?
I just say E.
The,
Like, E.
oh, that's good.
And they're like, all right. Like they don't
it's
even.
kind of like non-violent, so if the police get called, they can't. That's not like an intimidating.
Oh, I mean, it's like a full-on retard sound.
Yeah.
Like that's how they communicate and shit.
Just go. Ee.
If you can do that with a straight face, man,
And
you
they're
can.
like, all right, I guess you can park here.
Yeah, I mean, because like, dude, you can't yell at a retarded person. I mean,
No.
you can, but
It's a crime.
that's worse than treason, dude.
It is worse than treason. It really is.
Factually, man, I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
like written down somewhere.
I think it's in one of the old papers that they wrote down. An article.
I can't even imagine yelling at a retarded person.
No. I mean,
you kind of look like a dude in a movie who would yell at like a retarded person.
yeah. Yeah. I would. I look like my dad's gonna tear down their camp, you know, to make a ski lodge.
Yeah. You're the dude who's
rich.
like, you're trying to like make real estate money and you have to like tear down like an entire Special
Yeah.
Olympics institute.
I have to be like, all right, retards, time to get out of here.
Yeah, and I'm like the hero who's like trying to stop
Because
you.
you're like one of them.
Yeah,
You're the leader.
I'm like
of
their
them.
leader. Yeah.
Yeah. And they need you because you can communicate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every weekend on
It's
like
like
a.
you have the strength of them, but also the ability. You're like a day walker in a way.
Yeah.
You know, which is good.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah. So
I'm just thinking like every Friday I go to like a town council meeting and like I'm like they can't do this to us.
you're advocating,
Yeah.
shirt on backwards.
And then like at the end of the movie, I just feel like you'll probably end up tearing it down, but there's some sort of like happy ending.
But where's the love interest? That's the real question because there needs to be. You need to like steal my girl. That's always how
Yeah.
it goes
Like
down.
fuck your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it would be funnier if like you and your girlfriend had a kid and it was retarded.
Is that the twist at the end?
It's like 10 years later.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's
Yeah, your
got
kid's
it.
like throwing javelins the wrong way.
Yeah. That's for the sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're like fully supportive of him.
Yeah. Maybe it'd be like, you ever see Bruce Almighty?
Yeah.
And then they made Evan Almighty. So they
Yeah.
took like the villain from Bruce and then they like made him like the star of it. So maybe in the sequel, I'll be like the good guy now because my son.
Yeah. They did that with like the Karate Kid too.
Yeah. They do it a lot. It's a good style of sequel.
Yeah, you
especially
gotta spice things up.
when you can't pay for the lead. Because you'll at this point your career will be taking off. They're
Yeah.
not gonna be able to bring you back, unfortunately.
Dude.
For what's the name of this movie?
I don't even know. Like Special Fred,
Special Fred.
some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't really make much movies about like special needs kids anymore.
No.
They made that one with I I can't
Johnny
remember.
Knoxville. Oh, are you
talking
talking
about
about like real
Jackass?
ones? Do you know the one I'm talking about or no?
The
The Ringer. Do you know? Did you know that?
Isn't that like a horror movie?
You're thinking of The Ring. No, The Ringer. It's a different movie entirely. No, The Ringer was a movie that was where Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah.
He like pretends to be
Yes.
a special needs so that he can like join. The plot's very.
Yeah, great
Thing.
movie. I
Yeah.
loved it.
He joins Special Olympics to like win, and he doesn't, and he's not very good, honestly. But like, you know, that's that. And then there's also other movies.
Yeah, I mean they had like The Water Boy.
Yeah,
It's called like Pineapple Falcon or some shit.
I don't know that one.
Oh,
What about
it's with like Shia LaBeouf, and there's like some retarded dude he meets, and they become like best friends, dude. And I fucking bawled my eyes out, dude.
Oh, it's sad.
There's like a scene with them by like they're like on a dock.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, and the
I've seen
retarded
clips of that
dude.
on Instagram Reels randomly at 3 a.m.
Dude, I bawled my fucking eyes out, dude.
Yeah,
It's like a critically acclaimed movie too, so it's like, you know,
yeah.
I mean,
Pulls on the
like
heartstrings.
when a special needs kid says something that makes sense, it's like you can't do anything but cry, man.
Yeah. Because it's like a rare occasion.
So beautiful, but yeah, man, they don't really make any like special needs movies anymore.
They don't really make any movies anymore, unfortunately.
But it's like you can do so much with it, man.
Yeah. There's a lot of it. There's some Hollywood director that's just like keeps like trying to get his counterparts like, there's so much here. We gotta make more of these types of movies.
Yeah, well, they probably think it's too offensive, dude. Like if you made a movie where it was like NASCAR, but with like special needs kids, like Talladega Nights, but it's all like retarded people.
Yeah.
I mean that would fucking crush the
I think
the
it
box
would.
office.
I think a lot of these movies. I think if you just put a bunch of things in a hat and pulled out topics and themes, I think you could have a hit movie.
For sure, dude.
Yeah.
You don't really even have to try, honestly, nowadays to
The budget could be very low.
yeah.
We're talking thousands of dollars.
There's some. Have you ever seen? I don't know if it was like Dune. I don't think it was Dune. It was one of those movies where it's like they're harvesting like fucking anal wheat.
No, I haven't. You sure this was a movie and not a dream you had? Okay, continue.
It was like
anal weed. Go ahead.
no, they're like harvesting wheat, but it's like like wheat. Yeah.
Okay.
Like the agricultural revolution type shit, but they like combined it with like modern day like sci-fi. So it's some woman with like double D's and she's just fucking like killing aliens and shit who are trying to like take their like their fucking crops
I haven't seen this
because like their
movie.
crops power their fucking boners and shit.
Oh, of their. This is not a movie.
I always black out when I'm trying to like explain a movie, dude. It's so hard to explain.
Yeah,
It was one of those Netflix original movies.
Oh,
you know they
a
have,
recent movie.
yeah, you know how they have the Netflix originals,
Yeah.
and they're always like wicked dramatic.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
one of those, but there was two of them. But yeah, dude, this chick's like I don't know if she was like Guatemalan or like fucking Caribbean or some shit, dude. But she was so fucking hot,
Yeah.
and she's just dressed in like tight leather, dude. And she has a sword that's like 12 feet long.
What is this? Can we watch that?
I wish I
please?
remember the name. Dude, you'd get fucking rock hard watching it. The
I
first one was
feel like I
great. I
would.
think they made another one, and it wasn't great. But
Didn't live up.
I think Michael Bay, maybe? No.
Yeah.
I don't think. Michael Bay made Transformers, right?
That's right.
But
Yeah.
this dude, the reason I brought it up, because this dude who made the movie was like showing people how they can make their own movie with like an iPhone.
Yeah.
And he was just like showing people how to make everything like more dramatic than it actually is.
Yeah.
I just thought that was so funny.
Dude,
You know?
those I miss those mid-tier budget movies, dude.
I mean,
You know?
this honestly,
It
it
was
probably
high budget.
took out at least 10 villages to fund this movie, dude.
Yeah.
Like, this is like where all our taxpayer money's
Okay.
going.
This
it was,
is- yeah.
We're talking like, like Transformers level, like, you know.
Yeah. Probably didn't use any CGI either. That's probably all practical effects that cost more money.
They said the woman with like the tight pussy and the leather like bra and shit and fucking sword, like they said she was doing all her stunts but like by herself.
Wow.
Just sliding in a third base, dude, just chopping heads off. It was fucking sick.
And she's just like, get away from my anal wheat.
Yeah. Well, I think originally she was raised by the evil people.
Okay.
And they I don't know if she escaped. But yeah, then she defends the what would you even call them? Like fucking people who grow crops.
Farmers?
I guess. That might be offensive.
Is that
I guess
offensive?
villagers.
Okay.
They had like some special name for them in the movie, but
okay.
Yes, she fucking just fucks dudes up, man. Like it's so unrealistic, but you're like, this is insane.
This is great.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like one of those movies where it's like one person just killing like 13 people at the same time.
Yeah, they
with
do
like
a one thing and just 18 heads go flying off.
Yeah, with like a fucking number 2 pencil.
Yeah. And is there any like technology wise in this movie, or is there like does anyone have a gun, or is it like a futuristic world where the technology is like not?
Dude, it's like you think it's gonna be like hand-to-hand combat, but this chick uses like her sword is like a fucking 12-foot dildo that can like shoot laser beams and chop people's heads off. It can do like anything.
Wow.
So it's like totally sci-fi.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like too much sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like, let's calm it down a little bit. Like if she just put a dude in a headlock and tapped him out, I'd be like, that's fucking sick.
Like punch one person.
Yeah.
But she was
Dude, punch yourself in the face.
Yeah, be something. Let's keep it a little. Bring it back to reality over here.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. But I don't know. Shit like that, dude. You ever seen fucking Den of Thieves, dude?
No, I heard. Tell me what the plot of that one is.
Dude, the first scene, it's like a shootout for like 20 minutes. And to this day, it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
Okay. Where does it take place?
Dude, it's like literally like it's a shootout at a fucking gas station. And these guys have like automatic assault rifles. And the cops come, and without hesitation, they just start lighting up the cops.
Yeah.
Just lighting up anything in sight. And you're like, all right, like this will end in like a few seconds. And it just goes on for like 20 minutes, dude. Yeah. And by like minute 10, I'm like crying laughing.
You're like, Jesus.
I'm like, this is fucking sick, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I kind of like that, though. I kind of like a movie that just has no real plot, but just action.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you, are you able to watch like action films with your girlfriend, or is she kind of like upset?
I think we are able to watch action movies together, but I like war movies. I like Vietnam War movies.
Okay.
You know, I like watching stuff like that. And she's not crazy about like gory violence, you know, but I like that type of stuff, you know.
Dude, I mean, that's pretty good though. I remember I had a girlfriend, she like wouldn't, it was like years ago, but any like sort of action movie we couldn't watch.
Really?
And that made me so upset, dude, because I love like a fucking Steven Seagal film or some shit like that. Like I'm trying to get jazzed up, you know, drink a Monster and fucking
like, just sit there vibrating. You know?
Yeah, just pretend I'm in the movie, but that's so gay when they just want to watch like rom-coms about some fucking dude named Brad who like fucking finger bangs chicks. Like, come on, dude. Yeah. That guy's a douche. If you met him in real life, he'd be a fucking asswipe.
Yeah. He can fucking ghost you in a second.
No way he's fucking tipping people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She, no, she doesn't. We like to watch a lot of like documentaries and stuff about fucked up stuff or just weird movies and stuff, you know? We actually don't watch a lot of rom-coms, honestly. She was homeschooled, so she like doesn't know about the world all the time. Yeah. Sometimes I have to explain things to her.
Why was she homeschooled?
She grew up fundamentalist Christian.
Oh, shit.
So they were like preparing for the government to take over, I think. I'm not really sure what the...
How did that like turn out? Are they still prepping?
I don't know where it stands. I mean, they're probably pretty happy right now. Yeah. Honestly, things are probably trending in more their direction, I would say. Yeah. But I think in the 90s, like people were like really afraid of like, you know, like the Waco siege. You familiar with that or no? Yeah. Like that, they grew up in Texas, so like that happened near them. So I think there's a lot of fear of the government like imposing something over religious people. So they were like, we're taking, and also like fear of public school education, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
were they a part of the Waco community?
Yeah,
Like,
they got out. They snuck out last minute.
Yeah.
Just right as they were
fucking
burning down the
grenades
place.
popping off and shit.
They got out of there. No, they weren't like that. They weren't in like a cult or anything like that. They just were like, we're gonna homeschool. A lot of people do that in this country. They're like, we're gonna homeschool our children, which, I don't know if I would do that. That seems like, first of all, I don't know if I want to be around my kid that much.
Yeah.
I'll love my kid, but
I mean, education-wise, you're probably raising a more intelligent kid. But it's like, dude, you got to get out there and see some fucking tits.
You got to see.
Because that's like the only reason kids are going to school, really.
That's right. Because there's such a threat of getting shot. All right.
I mean, dude.
I think back to when I was a kid, how brave I was going to school. But now the children I like salute kids as they walk past me.
Yeah, and all those guys in their head, they're like, I'll fucking die just to see a pair of tits.
Yeah. It might be the last thing they see, honestly.
That's all life really is, man.
It really is.
I would take a fucking bullet to the tits to see tits, dude. You know what I mean? You remember the first day of school, dude?
Yeah.
Like the momentum leading up to that, like what you're gonna wear, like you kind of get to like see who's in your class, and if it's a chick with fucking beanbags, dude, you're rolling. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was never lucky though, dude. I never had like hot chicks in my class.
No,
really,
I didn't have hot girls in my class either.
Dude, I kind of felt like they were doing it on purpose.
I think I was in the dumb class.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, you look like a smart guy though.
I'm smarter now. When I was a kid, I wasn't dumb. I just didn't care about school at all. So that came off as me being dumb. But I was like, no. I was like, I don't fucking care about this.
Did they think you were retarded or just kind of like lower tier?
They definitely thought I was stupid. They put me in resource room. You know what that is?
Is that for retards?
It's very close. Teetering. You're like right there, baby.
You're like one level up.
You're like, you're just outside of that.
Okay.
But you go and like, if you're taking a test, they give you a little more extra time to take it, But the thing was that I wasn't dumb. I just like could not care. Wow. I literally was taking a test. I'm just like, I'm just like thinking about cool stuff like helicopters.
Yeah. Doesn't that make you kind of dumb though?
It does. Yeah, I did in that situation.
Yeah.
You're like, this kid's stupid. He can't pay attention. But also like, it was boring. Yeah. I feel like now I'm pretty smart. I watch a lot of YouTube video essays. So
really,
yeah.
I never like. I was always in like average level classes.
Okay.
But I was like, I had multiple teachers who thought I was legitimately retarded.
Yeah.
Like no joke. They would tell other kids. They would ask if I was okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
An adult woman would go.
Because I wouldn't say anything. Like the entire year, I would just kind of sit there and like think about, like just contemplate the meaning of life and shit.
Yeah.
But dude, one time in English class, like one of my teachers asked, like one of my friends, if I was like mentally all there. Mm-hmm. And my friend told me about it. And I was just getting like, I got kind of upset, dude. And this was like an English class. And dude, we were reading a book called The Things They Carried. Okay. It's like a war book and it's like really emotional and shit. Yeah. And like my teacher was like going around the class, like picking on people and telling them to like
read out loud.
Yeah, like share with the class like what they carry. Oh. Okay. Like on a day-to-day basis, dude. So people were getting like
you said a gun.
Dude, people were getting wicked emotional, dude. Mm-hmm. And no joke, I raised my hand and like he asked me what I carry, dude. And I yelled at the top of my lungs. I literally go, these big old balls.
So people are like emotionally unloading this class on the verge of tears. 4 or 5 people go. The tone is set, very sad, we're opening up, and then you just fucking spike on the moment. Yeah. Did you get any laugh?
Dude, he laughed. Like
he laughed?
Because that was like the first thing I ever said to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty funny.
I mean, dude, people were, the people at my table were like, you ever see someone that's so confused they don't know how to react?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there was My friend, dude, who told me like he thought I was like retarded. Like he couldn't like process what had happened. And then he just started laughing for like the whole class. Like, like once it hit him.
It hit him finally, yeah.
But dude, the funniest part was I didn't get in trouble. So I felt like he kind of knew that I found out.
But that's also the thing. If you're so funny, you get over the bar of getting in trouble.
Yeah, like it was such a good punchline that he was like,
you hit it so hard, and he was just like, I can't even. Because then the funny thing is that if you were to get in trouble, he would have to explain to other people what you did, and the only response to that story is just laughing. So like people would be like, "Are we really gonna punish this kid?"
Even if he told his wife at the dinner table, she'd be like, "It's pretty fucking good.
It's pretty good."
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We had did you have like something called Challenge Day in your high school?
Is that for special needs kids?
It sounds like it is, but it's not.
Challenge
Day. Yeah. It was actually,
they had like some events and stuff.
What's up? It's been events. No, it was like there was actually an MTV show based on it in like the early 2010s, and it was like the show was called If You Really Knew Me, and basically they go to a high school and they take all the bullies and all the kids getting bullied and they'd lock them in the gymnasium for a full school day to fight. Now, and they would like. You do like fun games with each other and like do some bonding, and at the end of it they'd like break the walls down and you had to like tell people all your deep darkest secrets and like really bond with each other, you know. So a recipe for success, obviously.
Where'd you go to school, dude?
Yeah, I know, Pussy Town. But
where was it?
I grew up in Long Island, and this town called Garden City High School is where I went.
All right.
And so like we didn't have enough. Well, we had bullies and we had kids getting bullied, but there wasn't enough kids, so they had to start bringing in other kids. So they were like, my English teacher was like, if you want to go to this Challenge Day thing? I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. They go, well, you get a day off from school just to like go and do this. And I was like, all right, I'll do it because I'll go.
Yeah.
Just not do anything. It was a lot of fun until the end of it, where like we're playing games all day, and you know the food, they gave us free food, and then they were like, all right, everyone here, like this is a picture of an iceberg. An iceberg, they only show you 10% of it, but there's all this below the waterline that people don't know.
Yeah.
So they were like, you're going to get into small groups and you're going to tell each other things you would never tell anyone. Right? So I didn't, like, I was in a group and I had to go first, which is like, never go first, dude. Never go first.
Yeah.
Worst thing you could do. I went first and, like, I didn't really have, like, you know, I've had a pretty good life. I'm not trying to brag. My life's been pretty good, and I didn't really have anything to like emotionally unload on. So I was just like, you know, I didn't make the baseball team. You know, that was my big baggage. And then the next person goes, and it was like a teacher at her school, and she just goes, I've had 7 miscarries.
Holy shit.
Like, oh my, kid next to them. Just confessed to being molested. It just got, as it went, just got worse and worse. Every person, like someone like confessed to having a massive drug addiction, like, and I was like, can I like go again? Like, so everyone confesses their deep darkest secrets, and then like at the end, all the bullies and all the kids getting bullied like started hugging each other, and we're like, and they did speeches. They're like, I'll never bully you ever again. Like, we're friends. Things are different now. Damn, within a week, it was back to normal. Now with the ammunition of everybody's deepest, darkest secrets.
Oh, man.
It's the worst thing you could do in a high school.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's fucked, dude.
So,
how many people were there?
It had to be at least like 25% of the whole class. So maybe I want to say like 75, 80 kids.
So you were like kind of shouting it out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel bad. I'm like, I wish I made something up.
That's
I
tough,
wish I just
man.
said I got touched.
Because if you got molested, you're probably like a quiet kid.
Yeah.
And you got to yell that.
Yeah.
I got molested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was not a good idea. But
dude, they did something like that when I went to the University of Rhode Island.
Nice.
During the orientation, they put all the kids in like a huge auditorium. And they did the same thing where they were like, here's your chance to like come out with like your deepest, darkest secrets and like show strength.
Yeah.
And they locked the doors and kids one at a time just started coming out of the closet, dude.
Oh,
and I was literally, I couldn't breathe, dude. I was laughing so fucking hard. Like, it was so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
You're just in a gay incubator. Damn.
Dude, so I'm like in tears laughing. Because like these dudes who you would never thought were gay.
Just everyone.
Dude.
You're like sitting next to a guy, you're like, hey, I might live with this kid. Like, he's pretty chill, bro. He comes out. Yeah.
I'm like, dude.
Were you the only one in that room not gay?
I was the only one laughing. Dude, people were like crying and shit. It was such an emotional bubble, man.
Damn.
And afterwards, I asked my boy who like went there, like he went to school there.
Yeah.
He was like a sophomore, and I'm like, dude, when you like did orientation, did you have to do this thing like where like you just had to like express like your deepest, darkest secrets? And he was like, yeah, dude, like I got kicked out for laughing. And I was like, oh shit. Like I thought it was just our class, but they're just doing that every year. Kids are just coming out of the closet and shit.
It's a good way to like, they're like, you're in college now.
Yeah.
Be who you are.
That is tough though, man, to just put someone on the spot like that and be like, just tell me like your darkest secrets, dude.
Like,
I remember, when I went there, dude, they do something like that in communications class. You had to do like a presentation about like a hardship you experienced.
Yeah.
And I smoked a shit ton of weed my freshman year, and I was always like burnt out and shit. And I like wasn't prepared for the fucking speech, dude. And I literally there was like a whiteboard, and I drew a big circle, and I was like, this is a hockey rink. And I was like, when I was 3, I like signed up for hockey, and the first thing I did was skate right into the boards and like got knocked on my ass, and I got right back up. And everyone in the class was like, dude, how much fucking weed do you smoke, dude? Like chicks would talk about like an actual hardship that they experienced.
Like their father dying.
Yeah, like having like full blown AIDS.
Yeah.
You know?
These girls had full blown AIDS. Freshman year.
It was a diverse class, man. Everyone had like shit that they were dealing with.
Yeah.
You know, some people came from like third world countries and shit. And I was like, yeah, I skated into a fucking hockey board.
And then you were like, but I got the fuck up.
Yeah, I told everyone I got back up. So
your speech was 8 seconds long?
Dude, when I was like 3 or some shit, I was like 5, I think. I had to have been like 5 or 6, dude. I signed up for hockey, and I had a fucking sweatband, dude. And I'm like fat as tits. Dude, the sweatband went over my eyes, dude. Oh my God. And I skated right into one of the boards. And I tried getting up, and when I got up, I couldn't see, dude, because the sweatband was like over my eyes, dude. So I just started panicking, and I was just like swinging the stick. Yeah, dude. And like somebody had to grab me and like fucking take my helmet off and shit. And I just quit hockey. Like I could have played hockey. And like, you know, I could have been. I could have been something, dude.
You just got spooked.
Yeah, and that was the story I told in front of a fucking class, dude. They were just like, "This kid's retarded,"
like
bro. You know.
And they applaud you because they're like, wow.
Yeah.
Must have been brave of him.
It's crazy how we can like tell dick jokes in front of like hundreds of people, but when it comes to like being like serious, it's like, holy shit, man.
It makes me very uncomfortable to do that.
Yeah.
I always struggle with it. But I also think that if you're able to do that just like willy-nilly, you're probably a psychopath, right? And you're probably not being actually vulnerable. You're probably being manipulative, right?
Yeah, dude.
Because if you're able to just be like, yeah, I'll tell anyone anything. I'll just tell you my secrets and my emotions. Like, easy, psycho.
Yeah.
It should be hard. It should be hard. There needs to be a barrier of entry.
I think we're just talking about shit that like actually matters, like tits and boners and shit. Right. And they're talking about like fucking shit that doesn't even matter, dude. Like serious shit.
PTSD and trauma.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think it's because we're like more passionate about like balls and wieners.
Yeah.
Like we can just talk forever about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what we're doing right now. So it's like,
right now.
You know?
That's right.
I'm just gonna take a piss, dude. I'm sorry.
No worries.
I need to go to a doctor or something, man, because I piss like every 10 minutes. But
really?
Yeah, I used to get like insecure about it, but now I'm just
What's
like,
the color?
It's pretty fluid, man. But
that's good.
I've just been like more accepting of like telling people I have to piss instead of fighting through it.
Oh, you're gonna fight through that? Don't do that. Dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna go piss, man. I do feel better now, dude.
Good.
I feel reborn, man.
If you gotta go again, you fucking don't even say anything. Just get up and leave.
Dude.
Get up and leave.
right in like the middle of like an emotionally investing like story.
When I'm opening up to you,
yeah,
you just get up, don't even look at me, walk out the door, pee with the door open.
Yeah,
I want to hear it, and I also want to hear you kind of pee on the floor, and then not wash your hands and come back.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm not really good at washing my hands, to be honest.
Yeah,
I've been thinking about how like fucking gross my hands are, dude.
Yeah.
You know, but I just piss so much. It's like I don't want to keep washing my hands.
Pee's also pretty sterile.
Yeah.
Too, so like, wash them every once in a while. Probably good.
Just go get bit by a fucking jellyfish and tell some chick to piss on my face, dude.
That's right. Imagine you were just. That's like a guy who just loved getting peed on by women. So you just ran up and down the beach and you were just like, a jellyfish just stung my face, please. Yeah. You need to pee on my face right now.
There's probably dudes who like rent out Airbnbs and just head to Cape Cod for a week just to run it up.
Yeah.
Probably play that song too.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I don't blame him, dude. Getting pissed on by a chick to that song would be surreal, dude.
It must feel pretty good.
You know what song I'm talking about?
No, what song? Oh. No, I don't.
It's called Run It Up.
How's it go?
It's by like Lil Taj or something. It's like the most gangster song ever, dude.
Lil Taj?
You should fucking peel out in the parking lot to it after this.
Peel out in a parking lot?
Yeah, I don't know if it's Lil Taj or like Lil Tajj.
Is it, wait, does this song come out a few years ago? Or no?
I really know, man. I just listen to it at the gym sometimes when I'm getting after it. And I feel like just fucking pulling out my nuts, dude. Like, it's one of those songs where you're just like, damn, dude, I could fucking...
Yeah. I just want to fucking rip my balls out right now at this gym.
Are you hitting the gym hard, dude? You look like a...
I'm trying to get back into it. I'm actually going to go after this.
You look like you have, like, good genetics, dude.
I mean, I'm just tall.
No homo, man.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate that.
I mean, you have a girlfriend, dude. Like,
yeah, I got a girlfriend, but that was just with my personality.
You think so?
Know? Yeah.
I feel like that's what she wants you to think, dude.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm not that good. I've been rejected by far too many women to think that I'm good looking.
You think that's why you're here now? From like all that failure?
Yeah, I honestly do think that you need to just get a bunch of no's and a bunch of nobody texting you back and get away from it. You know, the worst is when I would go up to a girl in the bar and I would like try talking and they wouldn't even look at you.
Holy shit. So you're just talking to yourself?
Yeah, you gotta be like, hey, and they don't even like look at you, so then you have to like be like, okay, and then walk away.
Yeah.
Do you ever do that?
No.
You ever approach women? You ever talk to women?
Not really, man. I mean, dude, fucking, I did a spot like a week ago in Long Island, where you're from, dude.
Yeah.
I was in Comac.
Well, it's pretty far out there, but
I don't really know where that is, but yeah, there were like the shows at X Golf, and I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Nice.
But yeah, man, usually I'm just like playing with my nuts before shit, like I said, and stuff, and just thinking about like dicks and shit.
Yeah.
And like titties and fucking ass and shit.
Yeah.
And dude, but I don't know what came up, man. Like one of the chicks that worked there, she had like the polo on. It said like X Golf, and I just started talking to her, man, and I was like pretty much crushing it.
You were crushing it, okay.
But I wasn't really being myself.
Yeah, you can't really be yourself when you're trying to impress people.
Yeah, exactly, dude. But that's why I was crushing it, because I was like, oh, like, do you play golf? And she was like, no, I don't know anything about golf. And in my head, I was like, oh, you're a piece of shit then. Like you work at X Golf and you know nothing about.
That's what you would have said if you were being yourself.
I was like, oh, that's like pretty mighty of you, you know. I was like, what do you like to do? And like we were just talking about like gay shit and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just like, damn, dude, I'd love to like slurp on this chick's titties. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like,
where did that lead? Did that lead anywhere?
Dude, so like the host is like, all right, you're up next, and she's supposed to be running like the drink stand or whatever.
Yeah.
And I go up there to do my set, bro, and I see her come into the room and close the door behind her just to watch my set. And nice. Dude, I bombed so fucking hard. And after every joke, it was just complete silence. And I just remember looking to my left and just seeing her in the corner, just looking at me, thinking it like she thought I was gonna fucking murder, dude.
Yeah, dude, you know what I mean? Had the confidence of a man who would. And
yeah,
you just got up there and fucking
bombed my fucking dude, it was fucking Nagasaki, dude. Like I bombed my fucking tits off.
It was one of those bombs where it's like I don't think I got a laugh, Or like the only laugh he gets when like you reference how badly you're bombing. You ever do that?
Yeah. Like the only laugh I got was when I was like, "Oh, you guys are gonna like this next joke."
And then big laugh.
Yeah, it was a lot of like rich white people. I feel like I don't know that area, but it kind of felt like that.
Yeah, Long Island can be like that. There's some pretty nice neighborhoods. There's also some pretty, there's some jet ski people. I call them South Shore people. People like to have fun, like to get fucked up, like to fall off a balcony.
Really?
Long Beach. You should go to Long Beach and do a show.
I don't know about you, man, but I feel like I'm a man of the middle class. I
feel like I am too.
Because they have a sense of humor, dude. I just feel like rich people just do not. They're not vibing with it.
Rich people don't like to laugh. There's nothing funny about being rich.
Yeah.
What's funny?
I mean, they might laugh at like a village blowing up or some shit, but they're not gonna laugh at like.
A lot of rich people just like to watch drone strike footage at night and just laugh.
It's the only thing that gets them going.
It's the only thing that gets them going sexually. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only way they can keep erect.
I could probably get one off to a drone strike.
Yeah, I mean, they're especially the black and white footage ones. Yeah. You don't really know what's going on. It's kind of like shapes, So you'll see two mushroom clouds, and you'll just think of tits.
Yeah, you ever play Modern Warfare 2?
Of course.
You get the chopper gunner.
Oh.
I could get hard to that, dude, in a second. Yeah, dude, just getting fucking kill after kill. Nobody has anywhere to like spawn.
Nowhere to run. You just shoot up a spawn spot. Dude, that was the worst when you play and you just spawn and like, and I'm dead. All right, nice.
Yeah. You get into a game, it's like some dude has like he's about to get a nuke.
Oh, I hated the nuke, dude. That was so nice. It was not fun. Just ended the game.
Yeah. And they could save it too. Remember that? They just be like, all right, I'm just gonna keep killing people
until the end. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I just feel like the middle class, like, dude, like sometimes I go to like nice areas. Like every time I go to Long Island, I'm like, this is so nice.
Yeah.
But then I went to an area in Long Island and it was like kind of a shithole, and I was like upset. But I was like, at the end of the day, like these people probably have a better sense of humor than
they'll probably like you more. The rich people I don't even know why they do comedy shows. A lot of times they just want to see people embarrass themselves. That's the fun for them. They don't laugh at the show. They laugh in the car at home. And they go, would you believe those people?
Yeah, fucking pussy.
Trying to perform and follow their dreams.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that's tough. So you just ate it in front of this girl. Did you even try to slide back in? Or were you just like, I'm never going to
Afterwards, I was like, oh, maybe like she like feels bad for me or something. Maybe she has like some empathy for me.
Yeah.
And dude, she wouldn't even look at me.
Oh.
She was talking to some like rich white guy.
Yeah.
He was like definitely trying to get at that.
Yeah.
He was probably like, look at that fucking pussy.
Dude. Yeah. That's why comedy is so hard, because people get to see us do our jobs, and it doesn't always go well.
Yeah. Do you have like an agreement with your girlfriend where it's like you don't watch each other?
No, we watch each other perform, and I think we've seen each other bomb enough. Which it's like when we first started dating, I was worried that she would see me bomb and then like that'd be it, But luckily I bombed and then she still was like cool with it.
That's probably funnier than you doing well, to be honest.
Yeah, it is funnier than me doing well. But yeah, I think it's when you're single and you're trying to impress people, bombing is real. I mean, did you just you drove there to the gig?
I did, yeah.
It's one of those shows where afterwards it sounds like you drove home, radio off, just the silence of the road. It
was one of those things where, like I said, man, I'm trying to find myself again because I live in a community that's all Asians right now.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only white guy here. And the move, I think it just kind of like took a part of me away.
Yeah.
So even when I was up there on stage, I was just kind of like blacking out. Like I just felt like I was in like a cloud. I felt kind of schizophrenic in a way, dude.
Yeah. So you like the new neighborhood? Is that what you're saying?
It is. It's more peaceful, man, than like. I mean, where are you living now?
I live in Williamsburg now.
So you're probably seeing some crazy shit like day to day.
Yeah, I mean, I live right near the BQE, the highway that runs through Brooklyn, and I've seen some pretty crazy car accidents within the 1 month I've been there. So
yeah, does that get you going?
Kind of, dude. I mean, I put them on my Instagram story, and those get some numbers when I put them on there. So now I'm like chasing the high of that.
Yeah.
Anytime I see some crashes, I'm putting that on there.
Is your place kind of like revealing? Do you have any windows that you can like jerk off in front of and shit?
It's actually kind of unfortunate. Like my new apartment, we have a balcony and like a window, which is nice. Unfortunately, the balcony is facing the like internal shaft of the building. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes buildings have just like an airway shaft to allow air to flow in. And across the air shaft is the bedroom of the hot girl who moved in next door, and we do not have curtains in our living room. So she just gets to like watch us and we vice versa. We get to like kind of watch her, but she has curtains.
Are you living with dudes still, or did you move in
with my buddy Nate?
Hell yeah. Are you jerking off like in front of the window?
Not yet.
Because
actually, I feel like in my bedroom we're pretty high up.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like, no way, nobody's looking up, right?
Yeah. I've never jerked off in, I think I jerked off in my aunt's pool once. Or like I tried to.
Into it from standing above it into it, or you were
I think
underwater?
I was just at that age, dude, where you're just constantly spanking.
Yeah.
And she was just like, do you want to like go swim? Like, I was like, yeah. And I was just like alone.
And so you just
and I just tried
in the pool.
Dude, I think this kind of goes back to that vulnerable, like sharing things, like secrets.
This is, by the way, at your college orientation, everyone's coming out as gay. And you're just like, when I was 7, I jerked off in a pool.
Yeah. It would have been more like 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago, I jerked off in a pool.
I was going to say, like, when you brought up the curtains, I was like, damn, dude, like I've never jerked off in like a scary place. Like I've never taken a chance, but I definitely have for sure.
Yeah.
Have you ever spanked like in a space where it's like not acceptable?
Yeah. I pretty much anywhere I've slept, anywhere I've slept.
Like anywhere besides the bed.
Yeah. Tents.
Oh man.
Car.
Dude,
I'm trying to think.
You jerked off while driving?
No. I think I was sleeping in my car for some reason. I forget why. Right. I think it was it was a night out. So I used to like drive to the towns that I would go out in on Long Island, but I didn't want to drunk drive, so I would just sleep in my car that night.
Yeah. And
then wake up and drive back to my parents' house in the morning.
She was jerking off hammered?
Yeah, so I was like probably drunk because I'd make myself a bed and put all the seats down and like make a bed out of beach towels.
Yeah.
And just sleep a little drunk in the trunk, and I'm sure I
Yeah.
That was done.
That's got to feel pretty intense, man, jerking off while driving, especially if you're hammered.
I know a guy who used to tell me he used to do that.
Yeah. I know a woman who said she's masturbated going down the freeway.
I feel like it's easier for them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I can't put myself in their shoes, but I can imagine.
Can't relate to women.
Yeah, dude.
I can't see what their life's like. Yeah. I know a guy who would drive and jerk off. I don't know. I just can't. When I'm driving, I'm like, I can't be checking mirrors while I'm jerking off, you know? To imagine getting pulled over.
Yeah. Hammered with a cum stain.
Yeah. You get shot because they think you're reaching for a gun.
Dude.
Imagine that. And they're just like, he was just jerking off.
Yeah. You're wearing fucking sweatpants.
Yeah.
Like, what's that in his fucking pants? Yeah.
Don't even immediately.
I think that's what I would do if I knew I was going to go to jail and I was like hammered and just finished fucking jerking off.
The police, when they come to get you,
I would just like reach in my pants. They'd be like, put your fucking hands.
This is you getting sentenced to jail after a trial. And you're just like reaching down. And they're like, the judge is like, hey, stop it. Yeah. And you're like, please stop him. And he's like, he's jerking off, get him. You know?
I mean, if I knew I was going to go out at 100%, you know?
Yeah.
But dude, to get away with it, to get that dopamine rush, going 80 on the highway, fucking spanking, and you shoot one off, dude.
And
you just know you're getting home safe.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I thought that would be the end. I thought you would just like, after you shoot a load, you just hit a highway embankment going 90 and just fucking explode. You know? That would be great.
Yeah. You just fucking crash into like a fucking petroleum truck.
And you fly into the oncoming lane and just like ruin a family.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh man, yeah, dude.
And then the news, they were like, officials believe the man was jerking off while we have camera footage from an Easy Pass toll.
Local man causes genocide. I mean, dude.
They do a press conference. We believe the assailant must have been jerking off at the time of the accident. All indications from the wreckage and the remains indicate that this man was jerking off in his final moments on this planet.
Dude, you know how hard it would be not to laugh at that news report?
Oh, yeah, of course. The camera, you wouldn't get a still image of that because the camera would be fucking jiggling, you know?
Like, just see some dude jerking off in like an '01 Honda Accord.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a fucking petroleum truck, dude. There's like a huge explosion.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they go from that to like playing like landslide with all like the victims.
Yeah. And it would be a long scroll.
Yeah. Like 300 people.
300 names they had to scroll. Yeah. They had to, every town had to have a memorial. You know? Dude, that's like on Long Island. Like, I always talk about this, but like where I grew up, where'd you grow up? I don't even know.
Rhode Island, which everyone says is pretty similar to Long Island,
yeah.
but it's really not.
So like on Long Island, like the people there, they just have like a weird relationship with 9/11. And like we all do. But like they just love to like bring it up and throw it on stuff, you know?
Really,
like they just love to like
self-deprecate.
No, not self-deprecate, but like I'll do some like on Long Island they have something called the polar plunge, right? Where in the winter they raise money. Everyone jumps in the ocean in February and like it raises money for something, right? But on all the logos they just got to throw on a giant World Trade Center and just be like, never forget.
Oh wow!
You know, they just really like to put it in every town. They have there's a memorial for 9/11 like every 12 feet of Long Island. Like every 12 feet. Then they take wreckage from 9/11, like a little I-beam, and they just have it in a fucking concrete cylinder and it's sticking out of the ground. They're just like, never forget. Look what they did. You know?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like what's going to happen with your car wreck. They're going to have to take a little piece of your car and put it in every town.
Something so funny about that, man.
Yeah.
You know? They would like do that at my at like my middle school. They would play they would put up like fucking like 9/11 highlights. It would literally be like it would be like Here Without You by Three Doors Down. You, and then it would just like be people like jumping out of the Twin Towers.
Yeah, dude.
And it's like, dude, how am I supposed to keep a straight face right now?
No. Keep a straight face. I'm here without you, baby. Plane in building.
Dude. You know?
Yeah.
Like 9/11 is not funny, dude, but
No.
like you can make it funny.
It's the most insane thing that will ever happen in both of our lives and probably the lives of multiple generations from now.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy. It's so crazy to think about that happened.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
It's crazy
It's
that
kind of-
every dude's thinking about that too when they're trying not to come.
Yeah.
You know?
No, you're right. Actually,
like, literally.
no, it's the best way.
That's all I'm thinking about is that middle
Yeah.
school like highlight video. Just people jumping out of the building like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, dude.
And it works, man.
It does work.
Like just like that, and like I don't really know what else compares to that.
A lot of people do the grandmother naked thing.
Yeah, that was just gonna be hard as fuck.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Some people. That's what they love.
Yeah, we had a kid in my middle school. We had like homeroom. It was like the period before you went like to classes.
Yeah. We do that too.
They had like a moment of silence for 9/11.
Yeah.
Some kid fucking ripped ass, dude. Dude, he got in so much trouble, man.
Yeah, I mean that's it's like, it's not one of those things that's just so funny that like you kind of like. The only reason he didn't get away with it was because it was 9/11. That's unfortunately.
Yeah. Dude, I think he got
that's-
detention for like a whole month.
Imagine having to explain that to your parents.
Yeah. I mean, it was so fucking funny though, dude, because it was so quiet.
Yeah.
It was also like it's like 8 a.m.
No,
too.
they do it. They would do it at. The sad thing was is that at our school, they would like do it at the time of the first collision. So it was like 8:43 a.m.
Oh wow.
They would time it up so we know like when it started. But man, ripping at that moment. I think we've all thought about doing that.
Yeah.
But by God, good for him. Dude, if I were him, I would just play it off. I'm like, listen, I have intestinal issues, okay? That I'll never forget about, all right?
Yeah. I would just yell, never forget.
You had to cover it up. It's the only way.
Never forget.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like, fuck, I mistimed it.
Yeah, dude. Did they ever have like the Columbine dude go to your school?
No, dude, we didn't have the Columbine. Well, what is that guy gonna do? He's gonna come in and be like, hey,
dude,
I was fucking there and it was not fun. So any of you kids out there are thinking I'm gonna fucking make them pay, don't do it.
I mean, not only is that guy, he probably got so much pussy, man.
Well, think about, you say that, but like, yeah, he definitely did. But now, like, everyone survived a mass shooting now.
Well, he's like one of those dudes that will go on like a fucking, he'll basically, like, to us, his road journey is like him just going to local schools, hanging up like a 50-foot projector,
yeah,
playing like Columbine highlights and just talking about it. I mean, obviously, like he has like insane amounts of trauma.
Yeah, dude.
But it's like the amount of fucking pussy he's probably getting to make up for it.
Feel a little better, yeah.
You
Hopefully not from the people at the high school. Outside, right?
Yeah, it's so hard. Like, dude, if somebody ripped ass during that
again, tell me it's the same guy. Wait, there was a woman that would come to. He's a serial farter.
He just knows.
Yeah.
He's like never gonna not be in detention.
Yeah. He's like, what I tell you, dude, I can't stop it. But we didn't have a Columbine guy. We had this woman. So like, they were really stressing AIDS to us. You know, were they stressing AIDS to you?
No, AIDS wasn't too big. I don't think they were too concerned about it.
No, they were really coming down on us hard about AIDS.
Is there any like, was there a big AIDS epidemic in Long Island?
Maybe, honestly. I don't know. Well, there's a lot of people there. So probably, you know, in the 80s, there's probably a lot of AIDS there. But like, they would bring this gross woman in every year. Just gross woman.
What does she look like?
Like homeless person outside of a gas station who
she fat?
No, she had AIDS. So, or at least HIV.
You can't be fat with AIDS.
No, you can't.
Wow, I didn't
because
even know that.
If you eat stuff, the AIDS eats it. I think that's scientifically what it happens.
Holy shit! I thought,
but anyway,
like
it's like a worm. No, she'd come and like just gross us all. I mean, every year we had the assembly 3 years in a row, and she would come. She'd always be sick. You know, the AIDS.
Yeah.
She would be coughing. She was like, like, but she was also like, I definitely think I saw her smoking outside the fucking bill. I was like, I think they just got a gross woman to be like, I have the AIDS.
She's like one of the lunch ladies.
Yeah, she's like, they just give her an extra $20 to just do the AIDS assembly. So she'd come and like she would just tell this whole thing. She's like, I was like 17 and I had anal sex with a trucker and now I have this disease. You know, something gross.
She got it from anal?
Yeah, she got it from anal, and she was just like, it's awful. I couldn't like these. And she's like, these young girls, they come up to me and they tell me that they're having unprotected sex, and I go, honey, you're gonna get it. You know?
Man.
And so in the assembly every year, she was so gross and off-putting that like 4 people would faint. They would be dragging them out like,
holy shit.
You know, up the aisles.
She must have been a good public speaker then.
She was great at what she was doing.
Yeah.
Definitely being underpaid for her services, for sure. They were definitely paying her in fucking cigarettes.
Should have fucking tipped her, man,
and
honestly.
scratch-offs.
Yeah.
But she did. I mean, it was effective. I was so afraid of getting AIDS.
Really?
So afraid.
Did she like, did you know how it was transmitted?
Yeah, I still barely understand how it's transmitted. It's like through the blood and cum.
Just anal.
But it's not actually. If you have a cut up, if you both have a cut up thing, you know what?
You can't get AIDS from anal.
You know you can, but it's not about what orifice. It's about having an open wound. Like the
just
blood,
being like blood brothers.
Blood needs to get to blood, so like my bloodstream needs to get in your bloodstream. So really, if you just have a cut on the side of your pee-pee, and then she's got a cut on the inside of her, and those cuts line up, and then there's enough flow of
You think a lot of the cuts originated from just like blowing ass?
Yeah, well, it's easy to cut. What they would tell us, and I'm thinking about what I learned. The anal lining, and I'm sure this is what you want to talk about. Is easier cut because it's not really meant to take that type of.
That's what like Magic Johnson was doing, right? He was having anal with other dudes.
I thought he just banged a lot of chicks.
I don't know, man.
Mag Johnson's crazy. He had full blown AIDS and just was like totally unfazed by it.
Yeah,
just fucking and still gamed. After.
He probably has some connections, dude.
No, yeah, he got AIDS is like not an issue now. I don't know if you're aware of that. Unless
there's like a cure.
Yeah, we kind of low key cured AIDS with like vitamins and stuff. So
yeah, just kind of like died off.
Yeah, if you're dying of AIDS now, it's like kind of like.
You're kind of a legend if you die of AIDS.
Yeah, it's like dying of polio. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, fucking legend, dude.
Yeah, legend. Yeah.
Dude, they had a fucking AIDS house next to my high school.
What does that mean?
It was just like it's just a household with just people with AIDS.
Like a halfway house with people with AIDS?
Yeah, I think that was just like their community house. And we would always walk by and yell AIDS. But dude, they would like... They would always be out on the front deck, like smoking cigs, and they just look like the fucking shittiest people ever.
Yeah,
you know. So you didn't really like feel too bad for them. It wasn't like an emotional.
Would you make eye contact when you yell AIDS? Would you see them?
I mean, I'm sure they heard us, dude. They had like a big deck out front. They would always like rip cigs out there.
Yeah,
and we were in high school, so we'd be like, "Fucking AIDS," you know?
Yeah. Damn, dude, are they being like? Why are they all in that house? Together?
Oh, dude, you know what it was called?
What?
It was called the House of Hope.
Nice.
There was not a lot of hope in there,
No.
dude. You could see it. There was not a lot of hope.
No,
but we would walk by there all the time.
Just yell AIDS.
It was right next to high school, dude.
That was bored.
It's interesting though.
Planning.
I wonder what are they just in there to feel some sort of like false hope?
I have to imagine. They maybe are getting some treatment. They couldn't get some more. I don't know.
I mean, it was a shitty house. I don't think there's any like medical supplies in there. It just kind of looked like a cheap place to rent.
Are you familiar with like what a hype house is, or what the hype house was? Just like it's like a TikToker house where all the TikTokers get together.
Is this the house in L.A.?
Yeah, I don't know if
it's
it's
like
still
the
around.
Japanese dude who like formed a cult or some shit.
No, this was just like. Probably some like marketing CEO did it, but like they would just get a bunch of like young TikTokers with millions of followers and like
it was like the Netflix documentary thing.
They all live together, and so maybe that was what going on with the AIDS house. Maybe we get them all together and they can make like a super AIDS.
They're just making TikToks back then, dude.
Yeah, they're just making TikToks with the AIDS.
Yeah, I wonder what like you do like when you like because like AIDS isn't like, you know, visible. You have to tell someone, yo, I have AIDS.
Yeah.
So that's interesting, man, to just like live in a house with everyone who has AIDS.
Well, I mean,
just to feel a sense of like
fear
community.
Of getting AIDS, let me tell you that much.
Yeah. Maybe it was like a whorehouse.
Maybe it really was just for banging. Because you can just bang. It's kind of like with herpes a little bit. I imagine people that have herpes might want to date other people that have herpes because then there's no chance of spreading herpes to someone.
I've never even thought about that, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
You know.
Maybe that's just what it was, man. It was just like a big whorehouse.
Yeah.
They were trying to get after it. Any type of group kind of scares me, though, dude.
Yeah.
You know, like CrossFit is scary. You know, you've been to like a CrossFit gym, dude. It's like
I don't like it, dude. I don't. It just looks wrong. It looks like it
looks gay, dude.
Flipping a fucking tire.
There are a lot of hot chicks who go there, though, dude.
Yeah. No, the new thing is what's it called? Run Club.
Yeah.
Like Orange Theory or.
I think I saw you were in like one of Dan's episodes.
That's right.
Yeah. Did you fucking crush it, dude?
You know, when they reached out to me, they were like, "We wrote the perfect role for you," and I had one line. I didn't even have a line. I had one word.
Holy shit!
And my word was, "They go, do you work in finance?" And I said, "Yeah."
Oh,
that was my whole line.
Damn.
And then our biggest contribution to that was me and Caroline are our blonde hair, blue eyed, perfect people.
Yeah.
The proper race. No, just kidding. And we thought it'd be funny if we would like kind of like do a fake kind of like a little salute, like a funny little thing.
Yeah.
You know, so we did that for the shoot, and then the episode came out right as like, you know, that was kind of people were starting to do that again.
Mm-hmm.
So great timing on our part.
Right after the Elon thing?
Right. Like literally a week after the Elon thing, our episode came out.
Holy shit.
We're both like doing the thing. But honestly, I had fun doing it. It was a good shoot.
Have you participated in like an actual run club? I mean, you have a girlfriend, so it wouldn't really make sense.
I just don't. Why do I want to? I don't want to run. I don't want anyone to see me run.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen you run.
You have seen me run.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Did you see me?
No, I probably was in the zone listening to music. I like to
yeah.
like.
I mean, I was with Bub, dude, and we saw you run by.
I wish I saw you, dude. It was
like middle of the summer though, dude. You looked fucking in the zone, dude.
I was definitely in the zone.
Yeah. What were you thinking about, dude?
Dude, usually I listen to music and I just like.
It looked like you were fighting demons, man.
Yeah, I probably was. Like, I was probably listening to Stone Temple Pilots, and I like to just like, fucking. I don't know how if you work out, you visualize like some scenario.
Uh-huh.
But I like to do that because it's the only way I can. Because if I'm like thinking too much about the act of running, I'm kind of like, I don't like this.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing at the gym, dude. If you have like an excuse to get mad, you can just be bionicle. Yeah. Well, even after like bombing at that Long Island show, like I was ready the next day to just fucking blow my calves out.
Yeah.
Just fucking tear my hamstring in half. You know what I mean?
Are you a loud guy at the gym? Do you make a lot of noise?
No, I wear a hoodie though with sweatpants.
So you sweat?
And I have to get an aggressive sweat going before I work out for some reason. Not only does it feel better, but I just feel like it kind of looks cooler. You know what I mean?
More out of it. No. So, do you to get an aggressive sweat before you work out? Do you just like sit with a lot of layers on, or you like go into the sauna, or you?
No, I just wear a hoodie, man, and then I'll go on the Stairmaster for like 15 minutes. I just have like a borderline heart attack, and then I just get into it, man.
That's great.
You know, but people at my gym kind of fucking piss me off.
Okay.
So I kind of use that to like fuel my.
What do they do to piss you off? Walk in front of you while you're lifting.
I mean, there's a guy who goes to my gym, dude, and he just looks like a fucking fag.
Yeah.
Not like an actual gay person,
but
just like an actual fucking
asshole.
shitty fuckhead.
Yeah.
And dude, 2 days ago, like I was walking to the gym at the same time as him, and he saw me behind him, and he didn't hold the door for me. So the door just kind of like closed on me. And it was the first time in my life where I wanted to just like walk up to him and be like, dude, let's fucking throw down. You know what I mean? Like, I know you can do that. And you can do that in some states. I think like Seattle, you can just like mutually be like, dude, do you want to?
Is that true? You can.
Yeah,
duel?
It's almost like a hockey fight. Like you can be like, let's fucking go,
fight
dude,
right now.
You know,
and the police cannot stop us legally.
Not if it's like mutual. If you're both like on board with it.
Okay, so what is this guy? I'm picturing an older guy.
No, he's probably like 5 years older than me. Kind of like a gay fucking beard and like a shaved head, and he just looks like a fucking pussy, dude. He's one of those dudes, man, where like you'll be working out and he'll get really close to you, and it's like, dude, are you trying to fuck me right now?
He gets in your.
He's trying to like big dick you and shit.
Yeah,
and I'm like, dude, this is my circle, bro. Okay,
it's an invisible.
Let me just be alone for a little bit. I'm here to be alone. Like, just let me have my moment. You know,
I think you got to fight this guy.
I do. I'm thinking about it. I don't even want to fight him. I just want to take one of those fucking wooden fucking sticks to the gym and just shove it up his ass while he's stretching, dude. Just like wooden sticks. Yeah, shit like that though, dude. But it reminds me of like the fucking Jordan, like
yeah, when he's just like using everything.
Yeah, he's like, and I took
the smallest slight.
Dude, it helps so much.
You know, literally. I mean, Jordan would like if you don't hold the door for him, he'd be like, "I took that personally, and I'm gonna fucking annihilate you now."
Exactly,
destroy you for what you did.
If you don't have that though, dude, it's such a boring life.
Yeah, I think rivalries and like I was talking before about how I I yell at people a lot in public. That gets me going.
Really?
I like to yell at people. Because I do think I feel like as a society, we need to overcorrect. Well, not overcorrect, but there's a lot of behaviors that we're just letting people get away with.
Yeah.
Because there's no consequence for that. And I really want people to know that I hate them for what they did.
Wow, so you're actually yelling at people?
Yeah, I yell at people a lot.
Holy shit.
I'll start shit. with people. Not out of nowhere. Like they'll do something shitty.
Yeah.
Someone cuts me in line. They're not hearing me. I'm telling them off.
Holy shit, dude.
I'm telling them to get the fuck out of my way.
I didn't even know you were capable of this like type of behavior.
I screamed at an old woman at Costco one time because she was lollygagging on her phone as we were walking to Costco. She had her cart, very narrow entrance. She's going so slow. She's on her phone. She's taking one half a step at a time. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you know, I'm getting up behind her. I'm not like bumping her, but I'm like trying to let it know that I'm behind her. And she kind of feels my presence behind her, and she turns around and she goes, "You need to slow down."
Damn.
And that unleashed me.
Holy fuck.
I was like, you better move your fucking old ass into that fucking Costco
Holy
right
shit.
now. And I just went off on her. And
wow.
I felt bad because at Costco, there's a person that's just like, check your IDs, like to make sure you have a membership. That guy couldn't even ask me. He just had to be like, all right, like, and he's watching a guy who's 6'4" scream at a woman, but she was a terrible person.
Yeah. Do you think you changed her?
What?
Do you think you changed her?
No. Unfortunately, in New York, people are very stubborn. And they're really locked in their ways. But I feel good that I gave her a fight. And honestly, that was a very it was just really the way her attitude. One time, a woman on the road, I was driving. She rolled down her window from the driver's seat. My girlfriend was in the car too. From the driver's seat, rolled down her window, spit over the passenger seat, and hit my window of my car, and then drove off. And then we were supposed to go somewhere. I turned off the GPS, followed her for about 5 miles down the highway, just high beaming, honking, really just.
That was a wild. High beaming. You were like finger banging somebody.
Yeah. Well, that's how I high beam.
Yeah.
In my car.
Oh shit.
Damn, dude. High beams are actually more of a effective way to piss people off than a horn. Just so you know, because high beam gets in your mirrors. Your little.
Dude, you ever get scared though about like, I don't know, they had like some fucking movie about road rage.
Yeah, and someone like keeps shooting me and killing me.
Yeah, like doing everything it takes to kill you.
Someone just like hunting me down.
Yeah.
Sadly, I relate more to the guy who's doing the hunting, but
that'd be such a sad death, though, man, to die in like a road rage accident.
It would suck. I definitely don't want to die that way. Usually, I cool off. I usually cool off. Like after a little bit, I'm like, all right, this is stupid. I was really trying to get them to crash, not me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they kept trying to like line up with me and yell at me. I was really hoping they just rear end somebody. But yeah, I do think about that a lot. But I'm also like. Generally, I'm very tall. So if I'm outside of a car and I'm yelling at someone, I feel like I have this security of threat. You know what I mean? Like people don't want to fuck with me because I'm just a big fella.
Yeah.
So they don't even want to start. Although crazy people don't care about that type of stuff.
They don't, yeah.
You gotta be careful.
Yeah, I feel like if you're gonna fuck with people, you gotta be ready to go all in, dude.
Yeah.
Like if you have to murder someone, dude,
you just gotta do it now.
Jerk them off, dude. Do whatever it takes. Because like that's how I feel, man. It's like if we're gonna bang, we're gonna bang. Like that's we're going straight into anal. I'm not fucking around. You know what I mean? Like I would not like if I was mad, I would not say anything. I would just start fucking jerking off and throwing fucking haymakers, dude. You know what I mean?
They don't even see you coming. It's actually very funny that this guy that you're talking about at the gym, one day he's not going to hold the door open for you again, and then you're going to follow him to his car. You're going to take your penis out and your balls and then just have it hanging. And he's going to be like, is that a penis and balls? And by the time that information reaches his brain, you're already laying on a nice fucking punch.
Just knock myself out, dude.
Punch yourself.
Just throw an uppercut at my fucking face.
He goes, is that and then you just punch yourself in the face. And then you're just lying there unconscious.
Well, dude, the other thing is like some of these dudes will get so close to you at the gym. And it's like, dude, I'll fucking make out with you. Yeah. Like, I'm not like homophobic whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'll fucking.
I like how you use this like gay sex as a threat. It's so funny.
I mean, like, dude,
it is a threat to most people.
No joke, dude. I was doing what is it called? Like not fucking Kegels, but
Yeah, I think that is what you mean.
I was doing like, fuck, what is it called? Where you're like on all fours and you're like kind of reaching. Yeah. All you have to know is that I was on all fours.
Yeah.
And this dude hops up on the fucking like pull-up bar
behind
and
you,
basically is like teabagging me. And there's like a bunch of other pull-up bars next to those. And I'm like, bro, I'll fucking suck you off. Like, I'm not. I literally stood up and just started stretching right in front of him. I was like making eye contact with him. I'm like, dude, I am not gonna do this right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna let you just fucking teabag me. And I'm like, I'm not gonna go away.
Yeah.
Because that's what they want. It's like a territorial thing with those guys. They're like, oh, this is my fucking area. It's like, no, dude, like, make out with me first.
Right now. Do it. How do you think someone would respond if you did do these things? If you just started sucking this guy's dick, do you think it would go, whoa?
I mean, I wouldn't go right into sucking him off, but I'd be like, dude, you want to fuck? And immediately they'd be like,
what?
Yeah. Dude, dudes are so homophobic, especially in Queens. Like, Greek dudes they don't fuck around with that.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do is say some gay shit and they're gone, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's so true.
But they're so like retarded, bro. They're so retardedly like territorial, like it's insane. It's like watching like a fucking like Ice Age fucking movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're just like
growling at each other, yeah.
It's like, dude, like what the fuck are you doing? Like we're at a gym. You know what I mean? Like you work at fucking U-Haul. Like
work at U-Haul.
It's just like so confusing how they're so passionate about like getting attention in the gym and like owning certain territories, you know?
I hate that shit, dude.
It's so gay, dude. It's
How do you feel about the people that are taking pictures of themselves in the mirror?
I don't really care about that shit because it's like you're openly saying, hey, I'm gay.
Yeah.
Like you're open about it, you know what I mean? Like you're honestly like, hey, but these guys are they have like so much pent up like, you know, gayness in them.
That's right.
It's like, just come out, dude.
Yeah.
And
you're just walking around going, I'll suck anyone's dick right now.
I'll fucking jerk all you guys off.
Fucking one word. I'm sucking your dick.
Blow bang.
Back blown out.
Yeah.
I'll take all of you at once. I don't care.
Circle up, boys.
Yeah. Get the mats out, all right?
Yeah, dude. All right, we will wrap this up, dude.
Okay.
Thank you for coming, bro.
No problem, dude.
It's nice talking to you about fucking.
We talked about a lot of stuff.
A lot of jerking off, man. Like I wanted to not talk about jerking off, but it just kind of happens, man. You know.
Yeah, I feel like the energy of the room just kept bringing us to center, and center was jerking off.
Yeah, man. You just can't force things. You just gotta follow your heart, dude. And I just feel like that's where it brought us. You know. But yeah, man. You said you have a new podcast.
I do. I have a podcast called No Thanks, We're Good at Barstool Sports with my very funny co-host Caroline Vanowitz.
Oh, do you work for Barstool?
No, I don't work for Barstool. She works for Barstool, but the podcast is with Barstool.
Okay.
So
you're just kind of going there?
I'm fucking just doing it for free for them, making Dave a bunch of non-money. But, you know, it's a good pod. You know, a couple episodes in.
It's just you and your girlfriend?
Just me and Caroline.
Oh, wow.
We talk about all that. We don't talk about jerking off nearly as much. So this is nice for me. I get to
to let loose a little bit.
Here. Yeah.
Maybe that's what you need, man.
I think we might have to bring that into the topic.
Bring that energy to the next episode, man.
We don't really talk about AIDS and jerking off and jerking off while driving and causing a massive car accident, which kills families. So, like, you know, you're not going to find that type of stuff on there, but maybe some other cool stuff, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, check that out, man.
Yeah.
And then, man, anything you want to like shout out your Instagram or whatever for the people, dude?
Follow me on Instagram at Christopher Barnes. I make some pretty, what I feel like to be funny sketches.
Yeah, funny sketches, dude. Hell yeah.
And then also, if you want to come see me do stand-up, going to be headlining The Gutter in Williamsburg on May 2nd.
God is good, dude.
Yeah. So, some good stuff there.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. If you haven't listened, I just moved into a new place in Flushing, Queens, and it's all Asians. And I did that so that I could still do the podcast. I have no money left, but we still have the podcast, so please support me. I have no money left. This is all I have to live for, dude. Can't emphasize this enough. So please support me in this time of need. And thank you guys.